And we're back.
We're back. 50 fucking days.
What is it? That's like 2 months.
It is
a little shy of 2
yeah,
months.
it's
like a February and another month.
March 14th was the last time we recorded.
God, that's crazy.
Yeah, 50 days.
Yeah.
Because I was getting ready to move.
Yeah.
On that last episode, which I have moved.
Well, you had been getting ready to move.
Yeah, yeah. Fucking. Yeah. So, moved in. New apartment is fantastic. I feel like I'm in a new spot. Like, I don't even recognize Teach right now, man. Like, Teach is a whole new person. He's lost so much weight. It's crazy. It's awesome.
I lost a whole new person.
Yeah, man, you lost a newborn baby.
Like 5 of us. I was a 10-pound baby. How big were you as a baby, do you know?
I think it was like 9 or 10 pounds.
I was a 10-pound. It sucks because my toes are all squished like this. Like, they all sit together because I was like that as a baby. And then my head has like a little cone because I was too fucking up and my mom, I guess.
You came out just...
Yeah, dude. I think... Okay, so have we done 2 New Year's episodes on this show or only 1? Because we did one in 2018, right?
Yeah, we've done 2 New Year's episodes.
So I remember 2018, I think I had this aspiration of just being healthy.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just kind of like, well, whatever. And then 2019, I don't think I had one. I was just like, yeah, New Year's, whatever.
Yeah.
I guess it's finally culminated from 2018.
Hey, fuck it, yeah. It was like, Teach has gone on the journey. Like, he's been posting pictures and hitting the gym. Yeah, man. I'm like, damn. I don't even recognize. I'm like, who's this Asian boy on my feed?
I get that too much, that Asian bullshit. I'm not Asian. I swear to God, I was at this party with this other Asian girl, and we were talking to someone, and they were talking about Asian. She goes, well, you know how it is, Teach, like being Asian in America. And I was like, no. She's like, what do you mean? I'm like, I don't, Mrs. Teach does, but I don't. She was like, but you're Asian. I was like, I'm not Asian. She was like, oh, well, your Facebook. It's like the Buddhism, the calligraphy. I thought you were Asian. Like, no, your mistake. That's all right. I'll claim it.
You'll claim it?
Yeah, why not?
Hey, remember, when you dating somebody for a long time, you end up starting looking like them. So.
That's what it is.
Yeah, so it's just, you started adopting Mrs. Teach's.
I fuck with my ethnicities too. When people ask me when I meet new people, I'm either Korean, Italian, Mexican, white, depending on how I feel that day.
You're just Teach.
I'm just Teach.
Yeah. Like, you're Teach, man.
I'm
an
experience.
Yeah, you are. Fucking. But no, yeah, 50 fucking days since the last time we recorded.
It's insane.
So much random shit has happened.
That Bloop is one of our top fans.
Yeah, if you hear something in the middle of the episode,
she's a real one.
Yeah, she's messaging us content. I don't even think I have to look up questions now. She's doing pretty good. So let's go ahead and answer one just to kick off the show. It says, if you died today, what would your greatest achievement be?
Okay, interesting.
Greatest achievement.
I have mine in this.
Go for it.
I think getting married at this point is.
Yeah,
well, just because. I was never about it. I grew up in a divorced home, that kind of thing. And when I met Mrs. Teach, I was very adamant on no kids and no marriage. Like, I'm just not about it. I don't think people really work that way. And to get to this point now, I'm really enjoying being married. So nice. I just never thought I would.
That's good. That's good to hear.
Yeah.
No, that's awesome. I would say my greatest achievement. Damn. Probably would sound boring.
There's so many.
Right, yeah, I'm so successful. I've done a lot of shit, but like as far as like achieved stuff, I would have to say getting my insurance license. Mm-hmm. I look at that as my degree, because I didn't do college. I did like. In all actuality, I did like a semester and a half, but it's like, my license has gotten me pretty far, with insurance. So yeah, I would say
it's fucking hard too. I still don't understand it.
Yeah, it's a bitch. So it's like, yeah. So I would say getting my insurance
to be
license.
licensed to work with that is pretty impressive.
Yeah. So nice, quote unquote, specialize in it. So yeah, I would say my license.
Very nice.
Nice.
Cool. So did you see more? Because I didn't. Do you want to knock them out, or do you want to go?
I was like, we can save them throughout the episode.
Okay,
just kind of going. So what's the first on the list? Because now we have a notebook, a legit notebook.
Oh yeah, and if we ever lose it, I'll know which one it is.
Right, because it's the notebook.
We might post a picture later for you guys.
Right.
It's my walking joke. I like to walk around with it. Anyways, so so this was close to my heart. Decriminalization of weed in Texas.
Just get it over with.
Yeah.
Let's just do it.
Yeah.
Just do it.
So I've recently been experimenting with pot for about a year now, where I kind of feel like I do enjoy it, type of thing. But I used to not really care, or I didn't care for it. But I always was for decriminalization, just because I thought it was annoying how pot had to be like, I need my medicine. Like they're trying to, they want to pop us all with pills, but we could just have this herb.
Big
bro.
Pharma.
And it's like, bro, you just want to get high. Like,
Right.
don't call them. Let's decriminalize
That's what I've
this
always
shit.
thought too. I'm just like,
Yeah.
you're trying to go like a route to where you sound smart about it, but
Right.
it's like, no, you just want to toke and blaze.
Or like
so.
there's some bigger purpose to your fucking habitual cannabis use than not getting high. Like you just like to get high, and it's cool. I feel you. Like it's a great time, and it shouldn't be decriminalized. Prohibition just doesn't fucking work. So, yeah. So anyway, in case you haven't known, there's this bill about decriminalizing weed in Texas, which wouldn't make it legal, and it wouldn't make it recreational or medicinal, but instead of, so right now we're at a zero tolerance aspect of weed. So if you get caught with a flake of weed, if the cop is a dick, they can take you in, and you can get this misdemeanor, blah blah blah, and then a gram, forget about it, right? It's like a felony. I might be bullshitting, but something like that, right?
It's harsh. It's harsher
very
than
harsh.
it should be.
It's very harsh, and so the bill is saying that instead of it being prohibited, it would be this: if you have under an ounce with who needs more than an ounce? It's $100 fine if you get caught. It's a $100 fine. That's fucking great. Like. That's less than what the ounce costs, like, you know, so you can still go buy more. Like, you still got room. It would change it to that. It's pretty much a slap on the wrist. It doesn't go on your record. And then, so it went to the House. And this, I'm not too sure about this. I know the House and Senate with, like, the big government, federal government. I don't know if Texas, the state, has their own little thing with that, like, their House representative and their one Senate, if it's about just them or if it's about... Anyways.
Right.
It passed in the House. So now it has to be passed in the Senate, and that's what we're waiting on. So
I hope it's done.
Cheers to that.
Yeah, cheers. Here we go. Woohoo!
I don't have ice. Clink, clink.
Plus, yeah, I have a can. I have to limit my drinking now, sadly.
Oh, yeah. David lives far.
Since I live far, I have to limit my
now
drinking.
He's on the rich side of town.
Boobs. Yeah, right. I'm closer to Marbach than anything else. Fucking, I'm off of 151 and Murder. I'm right behind the Home Depot on Marbach and Lakeview Drive.
Well, I lived on the side of Petrenko by 410, which to me was way more ghetto than when you start going to 151 and Petrenko, so I still think of it that way.
Fucking, yeah, no. It's cool, but, yeah, so since I live a little bit further, I have to limit my drinking.
I have to say, this last question she asked, the way she explained it was hilarious.
Yeah, I know. I was like...
Because I literally did go there. I really was in my head.
So I guess to keep... So she put it... So Danny put... How far do you think black humor should go? And she corrected herself, dark humor, not the race.
Right, because I immediately thought like, oh shit, hey, we might touch on that.
She's
too.
like, who are you calling out?
Why they gotta be black though?
Right? Why? I was like, what do you mean black humor? My Jordans.
Oh shit. Okay, so let's answer I'm going to talk about black humor.
Black humor, okay.
Like the racial black humor. Just because that's where I went. Because I think that is a topic for some people. Like,
yeah.
They feel like they get too much... Some people feel like they get too much leeway about fucking with other races and not getting as much kind of clapback as a Caucasian comedian would. That's been a thing, right? Like, black comedians can talk about all sorts of... They make fun of white people, Asian people themselves... And that's all well and good. And then as soon as you get like someone like Bill Burr talking about black people, it's a big old thing.
Right.
You know. So... I think it's just different. Black people get to that because they are in themselves a marginalized culture, and then they kind of have this camaraderie with other marginalized cultures that kind of feel the pain.
Right.
And then making fun of white people, that's always been something close to my heart because it's
the easiest target,
and it's the most relatable within the community of marginalized people, but also the stereotypes of black people that are perpetrated, they literally will not get a job because of these stereotypes, or like, you know, that kind of thing.
Right.
Or not, a cab won't pick them up because of these stereotypes. Versus, we can make fun of white people and ha ha ha, it's not true, not all of them, yes, but they'll still get the job. They're gonna be just fine. Like, right. You know. So that's kind of my stance on that. Do you want anything on that, or do you want to move into the black humor, the dark humor kind of thing?
What I was going to say about black humor, There's a specific comedian that popped to mind when I read this question.
Chris Rock was me.
Gary Owen.
Oh, okay.
He is a white guy.
Uh-huh.
He grew up in a ghetto, and he talks like this. Da, 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 da. And
He's an
like,
Eminem comedian.
Yeah.
He's comedian Eminem.
And all his crowds are predominantly black. Like, he really resonates with them. Like,
Sure.
black people find him funny.
Uh-huh.
But, like, he makes fun of black people, but it's like, because of, like, his, I don't want to say nomenclature. Is that the correct term?
Like
or
you're
like
saying,
his,
like he gets it though. Like they
Yeah.
see how he gets it. That's what's funny. It's
Yeah.
not him making fun of it. It's because he literally knows.
but it's like in interviews and stuff, he talks normal. He talks all proper and this and that.
Oh,
And
really?
then it's like his stage persona. Man, talking about one mama this and all that. I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's very cringy to watch that. But
Oh, so you don't like him?
yeah, I don't like him. But,
Okay.
yeah, so I was like black humor. I was like,
But
because I
it-
think some white comedians wish they could have that that effect that black comedians have. Because
Mm-hmm.
black comedians and like any type of like other culture type of comedians are hilarious because they have like they bring this thing to the table.
Well, they get to say what you think without you feeling bad about it because they said it, you
Right.
know?
So it's like yeah, with Gary Owen, I hate it because it's just like he's trying to capitalize off of Black lives,
Yeah,
and I don't know. But dark humor, on the other hand,
dark humor, sure.
I love it. Fucking love it.
It can't go too far. So the question was, so sorry, Danny, I'm gonna correct you because I'm a teacher, right? So you meant to say, let me see if I can find it so I can read it right. How far do you think dark humor should go?
Fuck it.
I don't think there's really a cap on it. I think there's an appropriateness of your audience that you need to gauge as a comedian, and that just is what it is. You don't know, right, until you actually do it. But if you have that group or that audience that just is really getting it, I mean, you can get really dark sometimes, and it really hits. And
Perfect
it's really,
example. Anthony Jeselnik. He's a hilarious comedian. He actually just has a new special that came out on Netflix, and he's known for his ugly, dark humor.
Okay.
I'll do a little joke just because it was the funniest thing to me. He told a joke. He was like, excuse me, I had to burp there. He told a joke. He was like, so I had 2 phone calls. He's like, one of them changed my life. He's like, I can't go into details, but it was just it was a great call. Second call I got told me, hey, Anthony, I want to let you know your father is really sick and it's not looking good.
I'm ready to crack it up.
And then I told them, yeah, I know, I just heard.
Oh, fuck.
So that was the first call he got. His dad was in the hospital. He's like, yeah, no.
You know.
So that's just like the tip of the iceberg. It's so rowdy.
And so even you retelling that joke within this context with our audience and who we are, it's funny. But you might not want to say that like at a funeral. Like, you know,
Right.
Not to say that the joke isn't funny, it just wasn't for the audience. So
Yeah.
I think dark humor, I don't really think there's any line there. Humor is fucking Embrita. It
Yeah,
keeps us
it's
going,
like
for sure.
especially if you're like Teach and I, like anything
yeah.
can make us laugh.
Yes.
Like we could, I mean, look at the memes we shared after Notre Dame. The fucking fire, bro. The same day, the fucking dragon, the evidence of the child porn.
Okay.
Dude, I was fucking
So
dying.
that was all me, by the way. That was all Teach.
I was logging into Facebook like,
You were
God damn,
sharing it
Teach.
too, right? On your feed. See, I love our page because I get to. I've actually gotten a little more raunchy on my own page just because I block all the people that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they don't block them. They can't see my posts, so they don't know that I'm blocking them. But I've gotten a little dark, but those are a little too dark for my page.
For your page.
But see, like that's that dark humor bullshit where I'm like, that was funny though, like. And it's funny because no one got hurt. It wasn't really. I mean, it's an old church, and I get that it's significant. Like, if I think of like a Buddhist temple that got burned down, like I'd be like, oh, that's so tragic because now there's no place of like where you can go and blah blah blah. But it's gonna be just fine. There's plenty of money out there, you know. They're rebuilding. They were saying they were already fucking with it in the first place. All the good shit was taken out because they were renovating it and blah blah blah. So
my whole thing is the fact that all these celebrities, all these things, everybody raised so much money for it within like 24, 40 hours. And it's like, damn, look at Flint. Flint still isn't even fixed.
Well,
it's like,
and
what the fuck?
So the thing with that too, though, which I agree, though, like why aren't we fucking with that? At the same time, though, the church had like a bill that to end. Whereas like Flint, Michigan, you know, starvation in Africa, that's not really like this one thing you can just throw money at. It's kind of this systematic, how are we going to fix it? It's just, it's more deep than just, let's rebuild this top of this church. That's, but I get it too, like, for sure.
It's some bullshit. I don't know.
But I didn't think it was that significant. That, I mean, it's not that tragic.
When I saw it all over Twitter and everything, I was just like, Like, I just kept scrolling. I was just like...
The SpongeBob fucking meme with the fire.
He just rips it up and throws it in there.
And then
the fire of the church.
That got me. I was fucking screaming. I was like, oh my god, I wasn't ready. Like...
Oh shit, the cops are on the way. Hide all the porn. They burned the church.
Yeah.
Fucking, oh my god, so it was perfect. So yeah, so dark humor is not off limits with this show, especially. But no, yeah, man. So speaking of social media, your Instagram, it's like...
Oh, you're gonna bring it up.
I was like, I'm not gonna say your name. That's up to you.
I've kind of been thinking about sharing my Instagram because I think it's pretty lit and y'all would enjoy it. But
so Teach went from like not even knowing how to work Twitter, post the occasional status on Facebook, share the occasional meme, post random things on his like Snapchat, to all of a sudden fucking selfies in the gym, back at it, LA Fitness, fucking with rap songs playing, the GIFs floating over the screen. I was like, what the hell, Teach? All of a sudden...
So my thing with Instagram is like, I want to find the raunchiest, trappiest song so that wherever you're at, like, it's going to make people look at you. Like,
dude, I'm listening to it like...
It was like...
Damn.
I think the worst one was Womp Womp, but I don't know who the fuck, but I don't even know the tracks, but it was like... she give my one, her pussy tastes like peach cobbler. Like, I was like, fuck yes. Yeah, I don't know. Instagram's kind of my joy right now. I just gotta really get off on posting random shit.
Yeah,
like.
God, I bet. Fucking, you're turning into a girl.
Yeah, big time. Fuck it.
Fucking, I was like, I think I see you post more on Instagram than fucking Ms. Teach.
Oh,
and then you reshare her stories onto your story.
Well, so what'll happen? So Ms. Teach doesn't really post. See, here's the thing. I don't have a job right now. I'm just in school. And so I just have all this fucking free time throughout my day. And I'm like, this would be a lit post. So I just post it. And then, but when me and Mrs. Teach link up and we're doing stuff, I don't want to take two different ones. So I just tell her, because I want to post it too. So she takes it and I just share it.
Okay.
So that's the reasoning behind that. Yeah.
Nombre.
Yeah.
Fucking, yeah. But
no, but so here's the thing, right? So yeah, I know I post way too much, but I just like it.
Nah.
But... I've gotten a lot of feedback on it too, not about like songs or whatever, but like just the progress and shit of like just living your best fucking life kind of thing.
Yeah,
like,
no, I see,
I mean?
like, you're going out, you were doing Fiesta.
Yeah.
You know, you were doing, you've been doing a lot of stuff, which you've gone out. I've always known you to be somebody that goes out and does things.
Right.
So it's like, I don't know, I think it's really cool, like, you're getting into the groove of things. Like, I can't stress this enough. Like, Teach looks like a whole new person. I'm gassing him up like a motherfucker.
I know. I'll take it.
It's like, it's just crazy. Like,
I'm
like the picture that you posted from when you're at your wedding to recently, I'm just like, dude, that was like a really dramatic like difference. Like it looks really good.
Thank you, I appreciate it. Yeah, it keeps me going too, because like even today, I was like, I don't fucking want to go to the gym. But I was like, I'm gonna go to this fucking gym. But
you're like, gotta get this work in.
Yeah, I gotta get those gains. No, I'm so not like that. I don't lift heavy. I do my little routine, and I just fuck.
As he's scratching his hair, flexing his muscles.
Here's the no, they just flex, bro. It's not even. Here's the thing, right? Everyone's been messaging me about The Secret. They're like, "What are you doing? What diet are you on? Are you on the keto? Or are you doing this whatever?" And I'm like, I don't eat like an asshole anymore. Like, so my wedding too, right? I remember a lot of people were messaging me like, you know, friends, good friends. It wasn't like ugly. They were just like, "Hey, are y'all trying to get like fit for the wedding?" And I was like, fuck getting fit for the wedding. What are you talking about? Like, she was marrying me already. Like, what the fuck do I care? I found someone who likes it. And I was eating like an asshole. I mean, just like 11 o'clock every night, you know, a whole ass fucking meal. Mm-hmm. After eating a giant breakfast, lunch, dinner all day, and then 11 o'clock, I was like, it would be, my body would know it's 11 o'clock because I would be hungry. Mrs. Teach would be, I'd be like, I'm gonna go make like a steak and a potato real quick. And she's like, is it 11 o'clock? I'm like, oh fuck, it is 11 o'clock. Like, you know.
That's how I am. Like, that's how I am now.
Yeah.
Like, I need, like, because I don't eat breakfast.
It's not good.
Yeah. I don't eat breakfast. I don't eat until around like 11:30, 12, whenever my lunch is for the day.
Mm-hmm.
Get home, eat dinner around 7 or 8, and then by the time I go to bed around 11, I'm fucking like, oh my god, I need something now. Like, I'm starving.
Yeah.
And I know it's bad, and then I wake up in the morning with rowdy shits.
So the thing is like, are you really starving, right? That's the question I'm always asking myself too, because it's
like, or is your body just used to eating at
it's
that
just
time?
kind of like, yeah, mindfully eating. It goes with Buddhism too, honestly. I feel like that's really helpful. It's just kind of like, am I really hungry? I think it's time to eat, and I'm just gonna pick the best tasting food. Because right now I don't really eat for like, this sounds like an asshole, but
No.
I don't really eat for like taste or like flavor. Like I eat a lot of protein shakes, lean cuisines, and then when you're dieting though, lean cuisines taste pretty dope because you haven't really been eating a lot, you know. So protein bars, shit like that. So like I keep my body fed. I always eat a little bit all the time so that I'm not at that level where feel like I'm starving. I'm like, I'm gonna get a triple cheese at Whataburger with the, you know, double French fry and onion rings. That used to be my jam, you know what I mean?
Right.
A giant Coke with vodka, you know? Like, that was my fucking dinner at 11 o'clock was vodka, cigarettes, Whataburger fries, and onion rings.
Christ, you're Russian? Vodka and cigarettes?
Oh, yeah.
Another race you are.
Yeah,
Shit.
should throw that one in the mix. Nah, I can't
Right.
pull out this Slovenia look.
My name is Teach, and I am here to smoke your cigarettes. Fucking
So
man.
Instagram, you know, I'm not gonna share it. The only thing,
Yeah.
the only reason why is just because it's not. There's only like the 2 people that listen to this, and I wouldn't mind having them on my. So y'all know who I am. I know y'all do. You can
Right.
if you wanted to add me on Facebook, go for it, and if you want to add me on Instagram, go for it. I'm not gonna put it on here because it's recording, and I don't like having that out there because
Right.
of being a teacher and this and that.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, definitely. Yeah,
So it is what it is.
everybody knows that at this point in time.
Yeah.
If this show ever ends, we're going to do Home Improvement style. We'll do a live stream. Teach will be blocked by the laptop, and then at the very last 5 seconds, we'll show his whole face.
Yeah.
and it'll just go, huh, and then that'll be the end
I
of the
never
series.
watched Home Improvement, but I'm down to do that.
Right,
Sounds
it's
cool.
like
Yeah.
if this show ever comes to an end, if they ever have kids, or if I have kids, or I just end up on my deathbed, so
Right.
we'll live stream from the
I
hospital.
might just die too. All this bullshit. I mean, as much as that I'm eating good and blah blah blah, I still smoke and drink like an asshole. So
Your body's just going to be like,
one
"You
at a
can't
time.
Take
Yeah,
it.
it's all
So-
water, vodka, food, vodka, cigarettes,
Alcohol, tar,
guitar.
poison. Fucking. Speaking of death,
Ooh.
Game of Thrones.
Ooh.
Get right into it. Game
hell
of fucking Thrones. Oh, is that what it is? GOT. Okay.
Yeah.
I
Did you
don't
see me post that? That's how I posted on Facebook or like.
Well, I couldn't read. I'm not very good at reading cursive. I'm an asshole. so.
Millennials. Nah.
Yeah, right,
Fucking
for real.
Xenials. Now
I
we start
didn't learn.
discriminating within the millennial race.
Right. Fucking
Genre.
So
the first thing I want to say about Game of Thrones is if you don't watch Game of Thrones, I'm sorry,
yeah.
and that's cool, but you're not cool that you don't watch
Yeah,
Game of Thrones.
okay.
Like, you're not. Oh, you're so not into pop culture that it's passed you by. Good
I'm
for
the
you,
1% of that doesn't watch Game of Thrones. I've never seen an episode.
Yes. So like me, I don't watch Marvel movies. I fell off.
Which Endgame was amazing, but anyway.
Oh, and I bet you it is. I'm sure it is. I tried to watch Infinity Wars, right? Because it's on Netflix. I swear to God, I watched 30 minutes of it and I got bored. I was just because I can tell that it's rich and dense, but I don't know all these backstories
Right.
that much. So
Right.
it's like, and I'm like, I'm not gonna go back and watch all these 20 fucking movies to get it.
Yeah.
I missed the mark, and I'm cool with that. But you don't see me on Facebook going, "The 1% doesn't want Endgame. I don't care." Like, because I know I'm missing out. Like, and it just is what it is. Why do you got to do it for Game of Thrones?
Yeah, Game of Thrones, because I was so anti Game of Thrones.
Really?
Yeah, for the longest time, but not because I thought it was a stupid show.
It's hard to get to, hard to access.
Yeah, one, I didn't have HBO.
Yeah.
But two, it's like I just don't need another nerdy thing to add on to my repertoire. I was like, it can't be that good. I was like, it can't be that good. Sure enough, my friend Mitch, bro, here's a flash drive. Watch it.
Dope.
Watch it. Fine. So I watched the first episode super late at night. I didn't know they were hours long, an hour long each. So I'm watching the
At
first.
first you're pissed, and then later you're like, fuck
Yeah,
it.
at the end of the first episode, where Jamie is spoiler alert,
spoiler
but
alert.
you're 9 years behind.
Yeah.
So
with it.
Jamie throws Bran out the window after fucking Cersei, and when they showed him doing it,
His sister.
I was like, wait, aren't they brother and sister? Like, I was on the couch like, did I miss something? I was like, didn't they just say they're brother and sister? Isn't she married to the other guy?
Yeah, I
And
felt
I
like
was
such a dick because I was like, this is hot. And then I was like, oh, fuck. Wait a minute.
Whoop!
Whoa.
You know, fucking, yeah, and so then he's like, the things I do for love, push. And I was like, yo, he just pushed a kid out of the window because he got caught?
Honestly, that first episode, I watched it. I think I probably jerked off a couple times. I wasn't paying attention. You know, I just threw it on because my friend gave me their HBO, blah, blah, blah. I was like, let me just put it on. It wasn't until that scene where and I was like, holy shit, what's gonna happen next?
Yeah, and I stayed up till like 4 a.m. watching the show because I was like, dude, this show's insane.
Yes, it's really good.
All the deaths along the way.
If you don't watch it, you need to fucking watch it.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, this. There's about to be spoilers because we're gonna talk about the new season.
And if you don't watch it, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, just
shut your
don't.
mouth.
Yeah, just fuck off. Fuck off. For real. Who cares about your opinion on Game of Thrones?
This season should be called Fuck Off. Maybe we'll change the show into Fuck Off.
Fuck Off, featuring Teach and David Clare. But yeah, no, so pumped for
I'll
season
change my
8.
name to Professor.
Professor, right? When you get your degree,
There you
it
go.
will be Professor.
Yeah.
Who cares?
So Game of Thrones. Okay,
Game
so
of
this
Thrones.
fucking episode. So this season, actually. So I've been doing these viewing parties, and it's just me and my friend Frankie. But we call them viewing parties. And, you know, we meet up around 5 or 6 or so, and we do make a big-ass meal, pasta, steaks, blah, 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 drinks, multi, everything, right? And then 8 o'clock hits, and we watch the show. And the first 2 episodes, though, to be honest... They weren't bad.
Yeah.
But they weren't, you know, it was very informative.
Because it's been so long, you expect more.
It's been so long you expect more, but they also were, like, having to, like, remind you of shit going down, right? So I got it, but at the same time, like, alright.
Damn it, come on.
Yeah. And then this episode.
Oh my god, the Battle of Winterfell.
I was on the edge. I'm not even kidding. I'm not lying.
Bro,
I'm
no.
not
dude.
embellishing this. I was on the edge of my seat for the last half of the episode. I mean, I was up on my seat like... Oh my god! Like,
yeah,
it's so good.
Oh, dude, it was so. Leslie doesn't watch Game of Thrones. Like, I've been like, it'll be on the TV and I'm watching it.
How can she not get into it? Even
she says she doesn't understand the way they talk, and I'm like,
Mrs. Teacher's like, I put on the subtitles for her.
Even if the subtitles are on, she doesn't get. No, it's not that she doesn't want to read it. She doesn't understand what they're talking about. She doesn't understand proper English, or like and it's not the accents. It's just the way that they're talking. They're using a lot of big words, quote unquote.
Well,
and I'm like,
it's the English.
And I was like, aren't you in college? And I was like, what do you mean? She's like, I don't get it.
What do they teach these kids?
Yeah, I'm just like, what? I was like, you don't have to be a genius to understand what they're talking about.
Is that a new tattoo?
No, I've had it for a while. I got it back in like January.
It's been too long.
No, right? Yeah.
Try to keep track of your tattoos.
We don't recognize each other anymore. But no,
Who are you? What are you doing to my birthday? Okay, so she doesn't get. Okay,
she doesn't get.
That's disappointing.
Yeah. So this season she's been watching it with me because her sorority sisters are so into it, and so she's not trying to get into it. So she stays up the loop with them. Because she's just saying she's watching it with me just so that she was like, oh yeah, I saw that, but I didn't get it. So we're watching Battle of Winterfell, and I'm telling her, I was like, oh yeah, this is so crazy, I was like, they have this massive army, the Night King, super powerful, this and that. It's going to be an impossible battle. Because she got home a little bit later, because Endgame came out this past weekend. I didn't see her like all weekend long. She's at work. So she came home with dinner, and I was like, okay, so the Dothraki are like all dead. And I was like, they got eliminated.
Yeah.
So and she knows who the Dothraki are because she likes Khaleesi. She was like, oh, she's cool. So she's familiar with them.
She likes Momoa.
No, she actually is not attracted to that guy. And I was like, what? I was like, he's gorgeous. But anyway,
I'd fuck him.
Yeah, I was like, I would go down on him. Fucking, I want to see what he's all about.
It's like this big.
Right.
That's why he's so muscly.
Fucking, so, all the Dothraki are dead. The Unsullied are getting wiped.
Yeah. And
of course, people in Winterfell are just getting rowdy killed. So, when Jon Snow's about to sneak up on him, and the Night King turns around, which, by the way, the Night King getting ablaze, and I was like, is he really dead? I was like, this can't be it. And then he's just standing there with that smirk.
I knew.
I was like, oh my god.
I knew that wasn't going to happen. But, Daenerys with a dragon, fucking a flame to this motherfucker, which she's killed. I mean, that's that has been like a end fucking flex on her for everything, right?
Exactly.
That's
her final card.
You know what I mean?
If she can't do it any other way,
that's that trap card. You know,
right?
And and it was for so long. It was a little.
It was rowdy.
So much fire. Yeah,
and Jon Snow's just watching,
and I'm like, this motherfucker ain't dead. Like, he is not dead. I know he's not, and for sure he wasn't. And then the smirk, right? That was insane. But that was a really good scene.
So yeah, and then
let's take a pause real quick. I need a drink break.
All right,
make a drink, and we're gonna pause 2, 3.
Yeah, so we're watching that, and the Night King. So you know, the Battle of Winterfell has just gone on for a long time. So it's just rowdy. So the Night King, he catches Jon Snow. He's like, "You ain't slick. I see you running up behind me." He starts raising his hands, and I'm like, "What the fuck? Oh my god!" Leslie doesn't know how powerful the Night King is or what he does. So when everybody started raising up...
Okay, stop right there. So, before you say that, there's a scene where the Red Priestess... Melisandre, she lights all the swords, right?
Right.
And they're all getting hype as fuck. And actually, she's like... I'm like, the bitch is losing her faith, right? That was her thing. So, like, it always happened right away when she said the words or whatever. And you can see her getting kind of pressed about it. She's all, blah, 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 you know?
Oh, when she was holding the spikes.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Right there,
and
yeah.
so they finally go up. I thought they weren't going to go up because I was like, she lost her faith, like the whatever. But then all of the army charges this night army. They can't see him, right? Even in the episode, you can't really see anything. They're just running into the dark, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I said it to my homie too. I was like, they have to account for the fact that everyone that gets killed here is gonna turn into a white, though, right? Like, but in that was one critique I have with the show, was like, they had no idea that was gonna happen. Like, duh, like, that's his thing. Like, so that's what Dave was about to say.
Yeah, so granted, that's something I know he has the power to do.
Yeah,
it was just, I was like wondering, when is it going to happen?
Oh, okay.
So it's like when it seemed like everybody was finally like, oh, like, we're survived, we're doing it, and Jon Snow's about to square off one-on-one with the Night King. Night King's just like, you thought, bitch, right. And then raised everybody.
All these motherfuckers mine now.
Yeah, he's all like, remember everybody that just died? Yeah,
we roll deep.
For real. My Jordans. So Leslie was like, wait a second. She was like, all the good people that just died are now evil? I was like, oh my God. Yes. She was all like,
how do you watch it with Leslie? I'd be like, go to the room. Go to the room.
And she was like, well, that's like impossible to win. I was like, exactly. That's what's so
good.
I was like, that's what's so
why we're here. That's why we're here.
This is why it's so dramatic. It's because it's like, holy shit, how are they going to survive?
Yeah.
I was like, that's why they wanted Cersei's army too, but then she dicked them over.
Yes.
So it's like, so she was all like, damn, this is crazy. Like, she's watching it.
So it kind of hyped her up?
Yeah, she was like, oh my God. So then Arya comes in. Whoop.
See, that kind of sucks though, because Leslie got excited about this aspect and then it resolves itself right at the end of the episode. Like, there's no more. It's a whole different show now. It's going all the way back.
Now it's just going.
Because what, the past 3-4 seasons have been about the whites?
Yeah.
I mean, literally, they've been all of the season, but the first 2, I want to say, it was all the White Walkers. The White Walkers are more like a
myth at this point.
A myth. You haven't really seen it. Maybe like a glimpse of them, but they weren't that pertinent that you were really worried about them. And then maybe the 3rd or 4th season, they really were like, as a viewer, you're like, that's shit they got to worry about. And so this episode just totally, it's a culmination of like the past 4 seasons.
Right.
There's 8, right?
Yeah, this is the 8th season.
So like the past 4 or 5 seasons, I mean, it resolved all of that. And now it goes back to the original King of Game of Thrones.
Now it's about to see who's going to take the throne.
Because it was taken, the White Walkers was taken away from, like, it doesn't matter who's the king because the dead are going to kill everyone.
Exactly.
And now it's like, we got Cersei, Daenerys, Jon's thrown in the mix because he's literally the heir.
Yeah.
But he's not a dragon. Because he gets hurt by fire, not like Daenerys.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
And then it's like, but he's the male heir. But then I keep thinking of Giant Milk motherfucker who was like, fuck tradition.
Oh,
I can't think of his name.
I always forget his name, but the guy with the red beard, the wildling.
Yeah, the wildling. So he was like, fuck when Brienne got knighted.
Oh, that was so heartwarming.
That was awesome.
When she smiles back at everybody, all cheesing. I was like, oh, Brienne of Tarth, you go, girl.
Fuck with Brienne of Tarth, yeah. So I'm wondering about that, and Daenerys is a little pressed about it too, because when Jon told her, she was like, and you've been seeing a lot more aggression from Daenerys that you haven't seen as much.
Her beef with Sansa, man.
Oh, yes.
Like, she's like, I can't help but feel like, you know, we have a quarrel with each other or something like that. And then
Sansa's my bitch, though. I fuck with Sansa. Like,
I don't know.
I love her story. I love I guess her story. Like, I feel like I resonate with her because I feel like that I would be her. I would have gone with the flow, and that would have been my survival technique. Like, she survived because she just kind of went with it, you know?
Right.
She wasn't as, like, Arya was, like, super aggressive. She's just a fighter. So
Arya's rowdy. So I was really annoyed with Arya for the longest time. So, and even when she killed the Night King, when she did the little switcheroo with the dropping of the knife and killing the Night King.
Which is what she did with Brienne when they were sparring. Yeah.
So, when it happened, I was like, oh my god! I was like, what the fuck? I was freaking out because then
oh, with the White Walker?
Yeah. So I was like, holy shit! So after the episode is done, I'm all calmed down. Leslie's doing her homework. I was like, I really wish it was Jon Snow that defeated the Night King, but whatever. Like, I was all salty about it afterwards. I was all, man, fuck
Why
Arya.
Jon Snow?
I don't know, because I love Jon Snow. It's been my boy since episode 1.
I love Jon Snow, yeah. I was him for Halloween last year.
Yeah.
I was his fat cousin.
Oh my god. Fucking, you Jon Snow?
Yeah, I was one Snow, yeah.
Fucking, so I mean, Jon Snow's always been my dude, and then just like, because I just feel so bad for him that he's been like called a bastard and like, you know, and chastised and outcasted his whole life. And
he's actually very legitimate.
And it's
you know what, that's another thing. Why didn't Ned Stark trust his wife with this knowledge of who Jon Snow really is? Like, why would he raise this boy who's his nephew, who is a Targaryen, blah, blah, blah.
It's a Targaryen and Snark. Yeah.
I can get why he raised him as a bastard for the population so that they wouldn't go after him because of the Targaryen bullshit. Because the Baratheons were trying to kill the Targaryens. So I get that. But him and Catelyn, their marriage was like the...
They had the best.
They were the best marriage.
Yeah,
right?
like
Ned
of all of Westeros.
Catelyn, they were like the best people. Why didn't he tell her?
I don't know.
Why let her live her whole life with disdain for this person who wasn't even, you know, a bastard of Ned? Like, I don't get that.
Yeah, I don't get it either. But I think overall she did have a soft spot for him. Because when she's being...
She did.
Yeah, and so like when
because she's a good person.
Yeah.
That was showing the good person of her.
So, because when Robb Stark's wife is talking to Catelyn when she's in trouble for letting Jaime go and she's building the Dreamcatcher thing, she's like, well, do you need help? She's like, no.
And she mother has to do it.
She's like, a mother has to do it. And she was like, well, have you met him before? She was like, I've only met him twice. And she was all like, once because my husband came home with a bastard and I wanted him dead, I wanted him gone, and he got ill with the pox. So I sat by with him,
right? Because
he's like, if he makes it through the night, he'll make it. Like,
and then she would name him a Stark,
and she would love him like her own.
That's what I'm saying, though. Like, she held so much hate for this child, and she didn't have to. Like, why would Ned do that? Like, you didn't trust her with? I don't get that. I guess
not.
I don't think that makes sense with the saga kind of thing. Like,
yeah,
I mean, it was dramatic for sure. Like, it helped with it, but
I think
after the fact,
I think because the only person that would really trust. I think just Ned wanted to...
anyone.
Yeah, he didn't want to even risk that, not even with his wife.
I guess I could take that.
It's like he would risk his marriage to protect his nephew.
You know what? Okay, that suffices.
I was like, because Ned's a good guy. I was all like, and that's why, and you can, when I was rewatching it, the way he avoids Robert Baratheon's questions about like, oh, tell me about her, Ned, and this, he's like... Maybe one day. And then, like, even when Jon asks about his mother, maybe one day.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
Maybe one day. And he has to fucking learn by Samwell Tarly.
And then he died by a pig. So I never figured it out.
Fucking the pig got him. But yeah, so Game of Thrones has been lit.
So I'm excited to see. Cool.
I'm excited to see what's going to happen this upcoming Sunday.
Oh yeah. Hey, so you don't watch it with Leslie, all right? Like, it's not a thing for you guys?
Well, we watch like I watch it at home, and like she'll watch it with me. But she's like really watching my reaction.
Right, that's not what I wanted to hear. But so what I'm trying to say is, one of these times, because we do this every Sunday.
Right.
If you want to come hang out with us, we just do a bit. Like I'm saying, it's a big cookout.
Over here?
Blah blah. No, it's at my.
Oh, okay.
Well, actually, we alternate. Sometimes it is over here. He lives. I think it's maybe closer to you because he lives off of Calabria and 410 that area.
Okay, yeah, it's about my area.
and we just hang out, and it's actually kind of better without the girls because.
Right.
But anyways, we can maybe we can plan that in the future.
Yeah.
Some kind of thing.
I was like, I know this Sunday we're watching it at her sorority sister's house.
that sounds horrible.
Yeah, I roll.
So you have to.
Oh, like, yeah, because I have to fucking
Where
drive.
should go? Oh, I
Yeah.
see.
So so we're gonna go watch it over at her friend's house, and then but for the rest of the season, I don't have any plans.
You
for it.
should, if you're about it, give me the day because we do it every Sunday. And it does alternate because I think this Sunday we're gonna do it at my place. But anyways, so yeah, Game of Thrones. And
We'll communicate.
for sure. So Game of Thrones, very cool. If you don't watch it, you should. And you're not cool if you don't watch it. Like, that's not a cool flex, like, at all. Like, you're just missing out. On that note of a cool flex, I don't watch Marvel movies, right?
Right.
And I'm not proud of that. I just, I don't think that's like a thing. Like, I don't like Marvel movies because I'm so above popular culture that it just doesn't interest me. Not at all. I just, for whatever reason, I kind of fell off back in like, when Spider-Man 3 came out, that was about the last Marvel movie.
It was like...
And I've seen a few after that. Like, I saw Doctor Strange. That was pretty good because it was on Netflix. Black Panther. I saw Black Panther. That was good. But Spider-Man 3, Doctor Strange, Black Panther. And there's big gaps in there, right? I think I might have saw Ant-Man. I don't remember. Anyways, so I don't really watch Endgame. But I recognize its hype. Like, I get it.
$1.2 billion opening weekend.
Right.
60 million.
And I recognize that I'm missing out. I wish I could watch it, but I know if I went to go watch this movie, I'd be pissed that I had to sit through 3 hours because I'd be like bored to tears because I don't get all this shit.
Right.
Like, but so that's my aversion of it. I just can't get into it at this point.
I loved it. I already saw it twice.
But I wish I
Endgame
could.
was so good.
And so did you take bathroom breaks?
No. Because I'm a grown-ass man.
It's 3 hours.
That's nothing.
Were the seats comfortable?
There's movie theater seats. Like, it's... Think about it. The way I see it,
I hate the theater, more or less.
It's like... People can sit at home and watch TV, watch Netflix, Hulu for hours and not even realize or think about the bathroom. Most people... And then they're just like, so when it finally gets to that stupid, like, are you still watching? You'd be like, oh yeah, let me go to the bathroom real quick. This is like a pause.
Sure.
So it's like, people can go do that.
Here's the thing. I'm on my couch and my Jonah is laying down watching Netflix for 3 hours, which is different from being in public wearing jeans and boots, sitting in a chair, looking at a screen, sitting next to strangers for 3 hours.
I don't know.
That's
I think
a different feel. Like,
it's like, I think the people that were all like 3 hours long, are we going to get an intermission? Like, are they going to put a pause in the movie?
What is this, Abraham Lincoln intermission?
I was just like, this is not a fucking play. Like, we're not at the theater. You're just at the movies. I'm like,
the characters don't need a break.
Yeah, I was all like, if you can't handle a 3 hour movie, I'm sorry, stay at home and wait for it to come out on Redbox.
Honestly, intermissions are more for plays because they need to change up the
they gotta change the sets, they gotta change costumes. It's like it's like
This
they're
is a
human
movie,
beings
bitch.
right in front of you. It's like there's a little bit more care and thought that goes into that and fucking as a pre-filmed thing that they're releasing.
Right.
But no, it's like, and the movie's only 3 hours and 1 minute if you watch it from beginning to credit. Like that's because when a total runtime of a movie includes the end credits. Yeah. So the credits themselves are like maybe 15, 20 minutes. Yeah, they were massive because it's so many people in it. So that's what but if you watch just from the beginning of the movie to when the movie ends, like when the credits come up, that's maybe like 2 hours, 35, 45 minutes.
So I've also heard, and I've seen on Instagram a lot of actors who are not even in the movie just really applaud the movie in the sense of
it's good,
being really good.
It's a good movie. It's because the original Avengers, like Thor, Black Widow,
I actually know how it ends
Iron Man.
because someone told me, but
I'm not going to
care. But
because of how massive this movie is, and the fact that it's like it's sold out for the next coming weekends. Yeah. Like I don't want the spoilers of Endgame, but looking at the realistic side of it, everybody already knows that all the actors from the original Avengers, this is their final movie. All their contracts are up. Yeah. Like they're done filming these movies.
Right.
So that's not giving away spoilers or nothing. That's
does that mean like each individual genre of a superhero is also done making movies?
No, they're still going to make Marvel movies, But again, I don't
So,
want to.
like, is there any more Iron Mans coming out and Captain America's after this?
Possibly.
Oh, okay, so it's left unopened for that.
Yeah, it's like like I said, I'm not going to give spoilers. It's like I gotta
Well,
watch.
I
the
know
movie.
actually.
Yeah, I know. But it's all like the movie ends to where it sets it up for some future stuff, and then it's like it gives closure on some
Yeah,
stuff
it's a
too.
franchise, so yeah.
Yeah, so this is going to be the last Avengers. But there's still going to be Marvel movies. Like, there's going to be Black Panther 2, because Black Panther's not an Avenger.
Black Panther doesn't die.
So, well, it could take place when he died in
Black
Infinity Wars.
Panther with like 3 R's.
Right, Black Panther. There's a new Spider-Man movie coming out here in the summer. It's like they've already announced they're going to make Guardians of the Galaxy 3. There's going to, because Marvel finally bought the rights to Fox, there's going to be the Marvel version, or the Marvel Cinematic Universe version of the Fantastic Four, of X-Men. So it's like there's still going to be a lot of different things going on.
So do you think, all the different, like, within the Marvel Universe, right, there's these 20 plus, minus, whatever, characters, right, in Avengers and whatever. And so it's all kind of culminated to this movie, Endgame. Mm-hmm. And so does anything after the fact kind of feel like a sequel, though? Or, like, you know how sequels kind of start falling off? It starts getting less and less. So, like, this being such a masterpiece, apparently, does any Marvel movie after this gonna suffer now? Like,
no, definitely not. So everything's going to come, whatever comes after this is going to stem from Endgame. It's going to stem from
that's
what
I'm
Endgame
saying,
is.
though. That's not a strength, do you think? I think that's a disservice to that movie because it
No,
stems
so
from this
it's because the way that Endgame ends it perfectly for the original Avengers, for the OG Avengers. They, that's what it is. It's the Endgame. Because if you watch Infinity Wars, a majority of the original Avengers survived Thanos' snap, the original snap. So it's like, okay, and that's what Endgame is. Endgame is like, well, what happens now because a lot of the Marvel superheroes are gone. If you look at the people who died in Infinity War, you got Spider-Man, he's not an Avenger. Black Panther, he's not an Avenger.
Right.
The Guardians of the Galaxy, they're not Avengers. Yeah, they've all been, because what brought all these movies together were all the Infinity Stones. Because each part of the movies dealt with a different Infinity Stone. Thor had the ethereal, had the red stone. Guardians of the Galaxy had the purple stone. The Avengers first movie dealt with the Tesseract, the blue Infinity Stone. It's like everybody's dealt with the Infinity Stone of some point in time throughout their movie. And
they're all webbed together.
Exactly. The Avengers, Thor, Iron Man, Captain America, all those people have dealt with Infinity Stones. So now with Endgame, because this whole saga has been something in the comic books called the Infinity Gauntlet. Mm-hmm. That's it right there. So this is the Infinity Gauntlet story. Just look at Game of Thrones. This whole entire series has been built off of Fire and Ice. That's one book in the Game of Thrones world.
Right.
There's still many books. And even at that, the show's not even 100% based upon the book.
They fell off after Jon Snow, I think. Because I think Jon
Yeah.
Snow in the books actually dies.
Yeah, so there's so many things that's changed in the book. So there's a lot of things that's changed from the comics to the movies that works for what they were going for. Mm-hmm. So there's Infinity Gauntlet. So after Endgame, any movie that comes afterwards will have references and throwbacks to Endgame. And it'll just be like, but now they're carrying on their own. They become even more powerful. They learn how, they really hone their craft as a superhero. This, and that. First one being is going to be Spider-Man Far From Home. So that's going to be the first MCU movie since post Endgame. So AE. Spider-Man? I was like, he dies in Infinity War. But they've already filmed a movie and thrown previews for Far From Home.
How?
Gotta watch the movie.
Okay. Yeah, you gotta watch the movie. I don't get it because that's the thing though too for me with the Avengers and Marvel movies. It's very intricate.
Yeah, and
I'm all about intricacies.
And the movies don't come out in chronological order either. Like Captain Marvel came out right before Endgame, but Captain Marvel takes place in the 90s. So it takes place way before anything in Infinity War and anything like that. So
that's a lot of bullshit.
yeah, so it's a very big, complicated world. If you haven't watched it, that's why you don't get it.
It's also hard. It's kind of like at the end of the semester in college where you haven't done any of the readings and then you have to do this big test and you got to read everything. You're like, fuck it, let me just I'm just gonna wing it. That's how I feel with this movie where I'm like, I think I'll end up watching just because I have to and because I'm like a half of a movie nut, so I just want to see it for its credit value, but
right.
I'm not gonna get it. Just like, but anyways, okay. So Endgame, very cool,
very good movie, very good.
Let's bring this up real quick. I don't know if I have much on it anymore. I thought I did at the time, but Facebook update. They updated their.
Oh yeah, it's all white now.
Wasn't it always?
Well, I mean, yeah, but it's like it's more white. There's like very little blue.
We need less white in the world.
I was like, we need dark modes on everything. It's like Twitter has the dark mode.
Well, they did the like buttons. Their little emoticons changed too.
Yeah, it's more like 3D.
It's more like 3D. I heard someone say it's like Android version now.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan.
Which I am an Android user, so it doesn't really bother me.
Right. Fuck that.
We just want a dislike button. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
I just want to dislike it.
Yeah. So the Facebook update. The thing I was going to bring up with it. I heard it today. I haven't seen it, but I've heard a lot about it. It's something called Secret Crush. Is like a service you can sign up for
on Facebook.
Yeah. And so it's like you give your profile access, and it's like you can go like on your friends list. You can put somebody as your crush, and then Facebook will notify you if that person puts you as their crush. But it only notifies you, and I'm like, yeah, that's a cheaters. I was
that's what I thought first. Right now, I was like, that sounds like some shady ass shit for people to just fuck around, which probably will happen. But it sounds like it would be cool for like legitimate people that are just trying to meet someone. That would be kind of neat for them to...
Right.
Yeah.
And I was like, it just sounds like an infidelity.
That's where we go because we're in relationships, so that's exactly...
That sounds like nothing but trouble.
That sounds like nothing but trouble, yeah.
Who's your secret crush,
yeah.
huh? You, babe, you, I swear.
I was waiting for you to reply.
Right, I'll put you down. You're number one.
I hadn't heard about that. That's crazy.
Yeah, I heard about it today, and I heard it on the radio, and I was like, I don't believe this. And then I looked it up, and I was like, oh, shit,
does it update you about that?
No, I was like, I didn't see it. I would have never known if I didn't hear it on the radio, but yeah, that's crazy.
We already got Tinder, like...
Yeah, it's like, you already got porn, so...
Yeah, Facebook's pretty relevant, so...
So, let's go ahead. So, what else? So, Facebook update. Let's answer a couple more questions, because Danny sent us a lot.
Yes.
What is the most interesting piece of trivia you know?
I know a lot. Of trivia, I mean. It's actually funny because I know a lot of, like, surface level bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
And it makes me sound smart, but I only know that surface level. Like, so I can't really get into it. And it actually is a disservice to me because, like, Mrs. Teach, she'll ask me something, and I'll sometimes know most of the times know the answer, and then every now and or not an answer, but at least something about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
I have something to say. And then the one or few times that... This makes me sound like an asshole. The one or few times that she asked me something, I'm like, I don't know, and she gets, like, legitimately mad at me, like, what do you mean you don't know? Because I always have something to say. She gets, like, mad. I'm like, I don't know. Like, I can't know everything. Like,
I think that's funny to me because I think that's a stigma that, like, girls have with guys. It's like, because Leslie asks me a bunch of shit, like, random shit. But like,
usually it's common sense.
Yeah. So, but there's times where Leslie, like, asks me a question... And then I'm just like, well, it's hard to explain. And then so she'll kind of be like, okay. And then like I'll either text or call my dad. Dad, do you know anything about this? And then my dad will tell me. And then like I'll bring it up hours later. And I was like, well, thinking about it, if you look at it this way about the thing you were telling me about,
You're so smart.
Yeah, she'd be like, oh, okay. I think that's just what happens, because I guarantee you my dad probably asked his dad a bunch of shit when he was growing up. When my mom asked my dad something, I don't know, what the hell?
Well, it'll be like because I just like to bullshit, right, with just reading shit, right? And so I'll know a little, I feel like I know a little bit about a lot. I won't say
So what's something that you know surface level?
That's the most interesting thing I know. I mean... I don't know if it's relatively interesting to anyone else, but I know that...
Yeah, that's not interesting.
Yeah, I can't really think of anything, because I'm like... it depends on what we've been talking about, and if it comes up and you know it, that's interesting, right? Like, hey, But just like surface level, the whole pool of everything. I mean, nothing's really that interesting.
If you hit somebody right here, like
he's pointing to the right at the bottom of his neck,
where if you like
right
press
when the
in,
neck hits the chest.
Yeah, if you hit somebody right here, and because it punctures everything, because you have so many important veins that roll through here, instant death.
Really?
Yeah, I learned that on Mansers.
Really?
Yeah,
Mansers. I love that.
Do you remember that show?
Yeah.
That show was so badass, and I learned it on Deadliest Warrior too. If you get somebody right there in the
Mansers is dope, and also 1,000 Ways to Die.
That show was so good.
They came out right after each other, right?
So good. So I've always been like fascinated. I was like, that's rowdy, just instant death.
I don't know how true that is.
I was like, what?
You gotta really hit him. I don't know. I don't have an answer for that.
All right.
Give me a specific topic, Danny, and then I'll give you the most interesting thing I know about that topic. How about that?
Right.
If you can count me that.
What's the most important file on your computer?
Do you have one?
Shit. I was going to say real quick, I was like, we have enough questions. I think we could just do these questions.
Yeah, I'm done.
The most important file on my computer, I have a computer, but I don't save nothing on it.
Go down the line, though, so I can keep up with you.
Yeah, I'm on her third question that she sent 54
Mine's
minutes
all
ago.
fucked up.
Most important file, I have everything on my phone. Probably the most important files I have, probably like...
The porn?
No.
That's all streaming now.
Yeah,
you don't have to save porn
like,
anymore. They used to be.
I don't know. I guess I would have to say anything regarding my bills, because I do keep my statements. Like, I have everything paperless, and so I have specific file like folders for them. So I would say like all of my bills, all of my statements.
Mine's I have a file right now for semester spring 2019 that has all my work for the school.
So nothing important. Nothing.
Back in the day, though, it was the one file that you made black, and then you got a black background, and then no words, and it was your porn file. But you just knew where it was, so you could click on it with your LimeWire.
Exactly.
Nowadays, you just stream your porn. So,
what TV catchphrase do you most enjoy using?
You're gonna make fun of me.
What?
It's actually from Jersey Shore. I love that show. And it's Cabs, yeah!
Oh my god. Cabs, yeah?
It's Pauly D. Every time the cabs come to pick him up, that's what he says. I randomly say that sometimes, and it doesn't even really make sense. If we're just leaving it, Cabs, yeah!
Oh my god.
So that's my favorite one right now. I changed, though, but right now that's it.
I don't know. What TV catchphrase do you most enjoy? I know I quote stuff, but I quote so many random things.
Same.
That's like, I don't know, but like, TV-wise, I guess I have to say, Treat Yourself, Parks and Rec.
Oh, yeah.
If I had to pick something...
It's old school. I like it.
Yeah, I was like, if I had to pick something, but it's like, I don't use it a lot. Like, I don't know.
That was your favorite. You don't use it a lot.
Well, I don't know.
What's the one you use the most, then? I'm going to change the question.
That's the thing. I don't know.
I quote a lot of random shit, too, though, so I get what you mean.
I was like TV shows.
It's all about what comes up and what you can use at the time, right?
I say it's guy love a lot, like from Scrubs. It's guy love. It's all it is.
Between two guys. Yeah,
I always say that.
That's a good one.
Did you ever have a paranormal encounter? Are you sure about whether they're real or not?
I never have.
I wouldn't call it paranormal, but I've seen a UFO.
We've talked about this.
Yeah, I was like, so I've seen that.
But in the term of...
paranormal with ghosts.
Yeah. Because unidentified flying object is not as paranormal as a lot of people think.
It's like, but yeah, I was like...
And a UFO to you is not a UFO to, like, the government.
So, I mean, I
never have. Any time that I have been spooked about something, there's been an explanation.
Yeah. That
really suffices, and I don't think about it anymore.
Yeah, it's like, if I ever hear, like, something go bump in the night, like, something like, I think I hear something, like, I'm always like, what the fuck is that? And then I just fall back asleep. Like, I don't know. I do think ghosts are real. I just don't think I've ever encountered one.
I don't.
You don't think ghosts are real?
I don't think ghosts are real. No.
I'm going to skip favorite cheesy pickup line. I never used pickup lines.
Wait.
Did you use pickup lines?
No, you know what I used to use and it didn't work? It was actually... when a girl had like a boyfriend or a guy she liked, I used to tell her, and it never worked, but I would say, hey, when are you gonna dump your man and get with me?
Stupid ass. Boo. Everybody boo teach. Boo.
Boo. Yeah, it never worked. Don't use it.
What was your funniest drunken adventure?
Oh, fuck.
Damn, I have too
That's
many.
a lot.
Fucking.
I think the last one I had, I'm gonna just give you the last one.
Yeah, I was like, do it.
They're
fuck
all
it.
great. I don't know how. The last one I had was we went to Austin with Mrs. Teach's parents, and Mrs. Teach's mom, who was a older Korean lady.
I saw your post.
She took a body shot at Coyote Ugly on the stage. I couldn't even believe it. I really didn't think she was gonna do it. I bought it, and I was hoping she would, but I thought, if not, I'm gonna just do it. The bitch got on stage and
I
fucking
saw that.
yeah.
I was like, damn.
She did it
Mrs. Teach, like
his mom.
Yeah, Mrs. Teach's mom.
Yeah.
I was like, damn.
And her dad. It was crazy.
Yeah,
So
but
that
I know
was
her
funny.
dad can drink, right? Like,
Her dad can drink. Yeah, and he had to play like he didn't like. He was acting all like funny about it, but he fucking loved it. He told me after, he was like, "You gotta act like you're bothered by it." But he was like, "It was great." Like,
fucking drunken adventure. I haven't.
coming
Honestly,
over
the
to
first-
teacher's place.
Yeah, right.
This is the best drinking adventure.
Yeah, for real. The first thing that came to mind, you remember Adam from CSG? Who was in your training class?
Yeah.
I went to
Fuck that
his.
guy.
Yeah, I know. Fuck that guy. But I went to his bachelor party. I don't know why he invited me. I didn't even
Bachelor
talk to
or
him like
birthday?
that. Bachelor.
Bachelor.
Yeah.
You were like the only person there, right? Or something?
The only person from work that was there.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody else was all his stoner friends and stuff.
Right.
Fucking, but we got all fucked up and we were like, oh, we need McDonald's. Like that's all they kept saying is we need McDonald's.
Of course. Yeah.
And I was like, I will buy us nuggets if you take me there. Like I remember proclaiming that in the middle of the beer
They
pong.
got the 50 piece. It's
Yeah.
on special right now.
I ordered a 50 piece. I ordered 4 large drinks and I ordered 2 McDoubles. And we got back and I ended up eating all the food. Like,
Shut the fuck up.
like we got back and nobody wanted to eat anymore because then they brought out some like weed, like a special weed, and everyone was like, oh shit. I was like, oh, fucking scarfing down nuggets. Let's see. Have you ever fallen asleep during sex or ever have someone fall asleep on you?
Yes.
I've fallen asleep after sex on top of Leslie.
I have fallen asleep during sex. It was a girl. Okay, it's a long story. I'll make it quick though. So Cliff Notes is it was a girl from South Dakota back in high school. We smashed. I took her virginity actually at the time, and I was a gentleman though because I knew she was a virgin. But I told her, look, this is not a gentleman, but I told her I was just like, look. Because she told me she was a virgin. I was like, look, I'm down to smash if you want to, but I'm not going to date you. So if you're not cool with that, like, we don't have to do this. And she was like, we're good. So I was like, okay, cool.
Fuck it.
That's me being a gentleman, though, because I told her, like,
Yeah,
I wasn't
you
trying.
were up front.
You know what I'm saying? So we hooked up. It wasn't very good. She didn't know what she was doing. I probably didn't either, but she didn't know as much as I did, at least. So, whatever. We met up at another party. And it was like this random guy's place. It was an older guy too. It was weird. And we ended up being the last people there. And they were like pushing us to like, hey, I guess she told them maybe like she liked me or whatever. And we were doing it. And I was really into 69 at the time, so I made her 69 with me. But her ass smelled, and it was done at that point because I was like, and I remember her telling because I was like 69 because I thought it was hot, and she was like, "Do we have to?" And I'm like, "Fuck yes." If you're gonna ask me, like, yes. And I was like, "Fuck, we should have done this."
Right.
So she got after that. I was like, "Okay, done." And I was told her just to ride me, and I was done though, so I kind of fell asleep because I was like, "Fuck this bitch, I'm done." And I remember, just, "Are you fucking falling asleep?" And I was like, "Oh man, I'm sorry. Like, I'm just really I'm so trash." Like, and then I just went to sleep. So,
Like, no, I've done my business because I'm usually always the one on top of Leslie, and so, but like, because I'm so out of shape, like, sex is like such a workout. Like, it's so exhausting.
use it.
So I'm just like. So, like, and when I finish, like, when I come, I, like, a lot of times, like, I'll just lay on top of her for a little bit, and I'm just, like, to catch my breath, and then I'll go and do whatever, clean up and whatnot. Fucking, no, there was one time I was so tired, and like I said, Leslie treats me like a piece of meat. She's like, come on, I'm just like, oh.
She lets you lay on you that long?
She didn't, she just thought I was, like, she
Taking
woke
a
me
break.
up. Yeah, and so I finished, and I was just laying down, and then all of a sudden just, And then Leslie wakes me up a couple minutes later. She was like, "Oh my god, like I thought you were just catching your breath, but no, you started snoring on top of me." I was like, "Oh shit."
I don't
was
think I've ever
so-
full on laid on Mrs. Teach, like full body weight, just like
man.
dead weight on her.
Yeah.
I think she would die if I really did that because I'm that big. But Sarah, I can't. If I ever did that, it would be obvious that I was passed out or something.
Fucking yeah, it was. What's something that everyone looks stupid doing? Line dances, like the cha-cha slide, electric slide. I think everybody looks so stupid.
So I love line dances.
Boot scooting
I
boogie.
love line dances. I think everyone. I was gonna say dancing though. I was gonna say that because the line dances to me are
Now when you shoot.
okay. The line dances. Yeah, no, they all look stupid. They really do. The line dances look dumb too, but there's like structure in it, and like everyone's doing the same thing. So it's just like how good can you do this formula? Versus when you're just like free dancing, everyone looks dumb. Just have a good time.
Yeah.
So dancing is my final answer.
What is the weirdest thing you have seen in someone's house?
The weirdest thing I've seen in someone's house.
I don't know. Can't think. I was
First thing
like,
that came to mind was like urns and dead people, but it's not that weird.
no, it's like I don't know. I guess that's just because like I've always taught like if you're in somebody's house, don't make comments or stuff like that. So
Different
it's
walk
like
of life. I don't really. I don't judge people like that. No.
yeah, jeez.
No, I just
Danny.
don't really. Yeah, I can't think of anything that was really
Yeah.
that shocking.
I haven't seen anything out of the ordinary.
Yeah.
Where is the strangest place you've ever peed or pooped? Peed, I would have to say Adam's front yard. Or that bachelor party. Thinking about it. I just took a
Strangest-
piss right in the front, like in the middle of the street. I don't know.
Someone's mouth? No, I've never done that. Peed? Yeah, I don't know. I think if I think about it, it's always been in a restroom.
Peed, I would have to say the Texas Motor Speedway at a NASCAR race. That was probably the most uncomfortable place I've ever.
Uncomfortable.
Uncomfortable and strange. It was just like weird. It was just open trough. It was just like, ugh. Like, I don't know.
You know, I went to when I was in elementary school. It was the big with the ice.
Oh, yeah.
just the tubs. So I don't really find that too weird, especially when I go to like big venues, like older venues where they have that still. It doesn't really freak me out too much. I just kind of turn.
Yeah, I just like I don't want to be that close to people.
I don't know. I don't really have the eyes. I've always peed and pooped. I've never. I guess on myself peed. I never pooped myself, but I pissed myself one time after bowling. I met Mrs. Teach. I was like fighting with her, and then I was like, she brought me to my apartment. I was living with my mom at the time, and at the door I was like, just fucking leave me here. And she's like, fuck you, get out of here. She's like, all right, fuck you. And then I woke up to mom and you fucking pissed yourself. I'm like, bitch, shut up. No, I didn't. No, it wasn't that ugly. But no, I was just like, no, I didn't. And then I went to my room. I was like, oh my god, I pissed myself. So I guess that's the strangest place is myself.
You're about to get into a fight. What song comes on as your soundtrack? You're the best around. No one's gonna have.
Murder on My Mind would be a good one.
Wait, which Murder on My Mind? The new Murder on My Mind or the Tyler the Creator and Pusha T
No,
one?
the new one.
I didn't even mean to
Yeah.
shoot him. You just caught me by surprise.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Murder
I
on
listened to
my
that song
mind.
on the way over here. That's funny you say that.
Yeah. That one gets me hyped just because I'm like, sometimes I do, like, you know,
Like,
and it was
said
the
it's
beginning,
too-
like, I couldn't check my Instagram. I'm like, damn, that sucks, bro. Like,
Snitch. Of all your pet peeves, which one is the strangest?
pet peeves? Bro, I got a lot of them.
When people can't take a fucking hint. It's like, leave me the fuck alone.
That's a
like,
good one.
I'm not.
That's a good one.
If you're asking me questions, hey, and I'm just giving you one word responses, and like I'm showing clear no intent, no attention to this conversation.
Yeah. Are you
No
talking about like social media or like verbal?
verbal.
Both. Oh,
Like,
okay.
well, it was
kinda
like
both,
because I
right?
don't post a lot on social media, especially here as
I
of late.
talk to a lot of people on through apps, I feel like, so that's another thing.
No, verbal, like, they just can't give verbal cues.
Okay, I will talk to any motherfucker. Like, I don't care who you are, what walk of life, what it is. I will talk to you. But a conversation is back and forth. I'm gonna let you talk always, but you have to let me talk too. That verbal cue thing where it's like if I'm starting to wow, that's crazy. Right? It's like your turn's over. Ask me something, so
Right.
it's my turn now. You know, I hate that shit too. But hold on, my actual pet, I like that. But my pet peeve right now is when motherfuckers at the end of class, when the teacher is like, "All right, if there's any more if there's no more questions, I don't really have anything else. Y'all can leave." Excuse me. And I'm like, let her dismiss us, and you fucking go up at the end of class. Like,
Right, you go talk to them.
Yeah, how you gonna say it right now and make us all fucking stay? Like, that's my
Yeah. Let's see here.
I like the next one.
Which one?
What song?
What song would you play on repeat if you had to torture someone with it?
I don't have an answer, but I like it. You have one?
Any type of country music. Country music's just ass. So it's
I
like,
agree. I really tried, bro. Like, Mr. Teach was really about it. I think it's because it's kind of similar to Korean music with, like, the vibe of it, the way the storytelling is the way Korean music, but I hate country music. I just can't get into it.
yeah, it's whack. So,
But a song specifically, yeah, I don't got one.
it would backfire because I would play it and I'm like, oh, you'll never survive. Amarillo
It's weird.
by morning. And I'm just like, I'm leaving. And then I come back, they're all, oh, from San Antonio.
Right,
It's
I
like,
actually like that song.
it's like, what was the most random compliment that, what was the most random compliment that got stuck in your head? Oh, shit, I'm reading like two questions at the same time. What was the most random compliment that someone gave you that really got stuck in your memory?
When David said I'm flexing picking up my drink.
Fucking, it had to be freshman semester, first semester of
I like
college.
the question before too, though. But okay, for a freshman semester of college.
I was in two plays. I was in Monty Soul, which I played a mentally deranged guy. I was the leading male role. And then that was the drama play. And then the play right after that, I was in a comedy play, and I played a really nerdy hypochondriac guy. When I was a cashier still at Walmart, and I was doing the self-checkout late at night, some random guy, stoned out of his fucking mind, he was checking out stuff. Yeah, he's checking stuff out, and he was buying booze, and I had to go put in my little code or whatever. He just looks at me and is like, "Hey dude, weren't you that creepy guy in that one play at Vista?" And I was like, "Well, which creepy guy?" I was like, "In the funny play or in the dramatic play?" He was like, "The dramatic play." I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "If you're talking about the character Lenny, that's who I am." He's like, "Dude, you were fucking horribly ugly in that show." And I was like, "Okay." And he's like, "But like in a good way. Like I didn't want to fucking talk to you after that show." And I was like, "Okay." He's like, "Dude, keep it up," and gave me like an awkward high five, and I was like, all right. So I've always like,
yeah,
that guy gets it.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
that's always been
yeah.
like the best compliment ever.
That's pretty cool. I guess, I mean, my joke was, but I have been thinking about that since you said, because I'm like, do I look muscular?
Yeah, when you were doing like this, I was all like, damn,
I'm like, I'm really not flexing, so I hope David doesn't think I'm like, check these out.
No.
I mean, okay, a compliment that, I mean, I like all compliments. So I'm that person that, like, if I get a compliment, I'm like, what do I do with my hands? I don't, like, just make fun of myself, I guess, right after. I like this one before, though. What is something that most people get wrong about you? Everyone thinks I'm gay. So I got that twice this semester. It's really funny because the first one was, I brought Mrs. Teach to one of my classes, right? It was really funny. I brought her to one. She was off. I don't know what happened, but she was like, "Oh, cool. I'm gonna go with you," because we were hanging out or something. She was like, "I'll just go with you to your class. I'm gonna work on," because she was working on master stuff. And I was like, "Cool." So I was doing my class, and I had to group up with these girls, and we were talking about like skincare. So I was talking about like my skincare, like the shit I do for like my skincare. And so at the end of it, though, one of my friends in the group, she was like a close friend. She was like, "Oh my God, those girls all thought you were gay." And then I told them that your wife sit in the back, and I was like, "What the fuck?" Like,
Yeah, it's
like,
pretty gay to carry
guys
skin,
guys can care about the skin. Like, just because I use lotion doesn't make me gay. Like, you know.
dude, you like cock in your butt.
Yeah, exactly, right? Like, I guess it's the same. Right. So that's mine.
Why so many people? Probably that I'm nice.
You're nice.
I know. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I don't know. Oh, people get wrong about me.
Did you Jewish? No.
Yeah. Actually, all jokes aside, I am gonna say that. Just because of my nose, everybody thinks I'm Jewish. Like, I don't know how many times during the holiday season, people are all like, "Oh, and
Mazel tov."
Yeah, they're all like, "Oh, so what'd you get for Hanukkah last night?" And I'm just like,
"What is it? The 8th day now?"
And I'm just like, "Oh, Happy Hanukkah," and I'm like, "Yeah,
dreidel,
no."
dreidel.
Or whatever the song is. See,
Made you Clay.
Okay, so everybody thinks I'm
that
Jewish.
was my most interesting piece of trivia I know is the second
dreidel
part
song?
of that song. There you go.
I was about to say I spin you all the time. Like that's what I was about to say. Dreidel, I spin you all the time. I don't know my own culture.
You knew the cadence. So that's
Yes, I spin you all the time.
okay.
When you said make you out of clay, I was like, oh yeah, that works too.
Okay. All right. So next
one more, because it's already about to be 11.
Yeah.
I got a long journey home.
Yep.
You picked the last one. I've been going.
Okay. So,
Are you getting annoyed by my questions? Yes. No, I'm just
No.
kidding. Keep them coming. Keep them coming.
What would be the funniest thing to fill a piano with? Okay, this is the last one. The funniest thing to fill a piano with. I think the funnest thing is, and I saw this at a party once for adults for a birthday party, was mini bottles of alcohol.
Oh, that'd be
I
dope.
thought that was really cool because I remember seeing the pinata and being like, this extra ass bitch when they're pinata. Because I was like, I'm like, we were all, in our late 20s, whatever, mid 20s or whatever. And I'm like, who the fuck gets a pinata for their mid 20s birthday party with all these adults? There's no kids around. And then they broke it. It was all bottles of alcohol. I was like, bitch!
I gotta get it
like
all.
elbowing people and shit. Yeah. So that would be my answer.
The funniest thing I think would be pudding. Like
it just drips. It just glops all of it.
Yeah, like the kid finally hits it open and fucking boom. And the little kid looks like a dumbass because he stood there with pudding just falling all over.
Definitely gotta be chocolate because it looks like shit.
Right.
What is this?
Fucks up their whole day. Yeah, so I think that would be the funniest thing. Really with that, I mean, we went through a majority of everything.
We did. I do want to hit a few things. And if you don't have a comment, and if you just want to run through this, I'll just
For
give
sure.
mine and that.
Let's do it.
Beyonce Homecoming on Netflix, I think was dope. I fuck with Beyonce.
She's a great artist. I think
she's an entertainer, like.
Yeah, I think people get so overhyped at right when something comes out from her.
Yeah.
That it puts me off because I'm just like.
Oh, okay, for sure.
I saw her on her first solo world tour
Uh-huh.
when she came to the SBC Global Center. With Missy Elliott and Alicia Keys. I know she's a great artist.
Yeah.
I like her music, but I think the fan base of it is just so intense that it puts me off. That I
get
just
that.
can't enjoy it.
So I get that, but you recognize that, but you started that off with she's an entertainer. I get it. It's not a cup of tea. Fine.
She's
There's a lot of people
legendary.
out there that I feel like they just hate on her just because she's a strong black woman and she's been on
Yeah.
top too long, and it's gotta bring her down. I feel like that's a systematic thing for
Scrooston
some
Tex
people.
represent all day, every
Amen.
day. So, but
Yeah. Make that Texas Bama.
Oh,
Anyways,
no.
okay, so yeah, Homecoming, Beyonce, watch that shit. She's a queen for sure. Fiesta lived. yes.
Yeah, so I was telling Teach because we were catching up before we started recording. So fucking I've just been dealing with so much shit, getting the move, getting everything settled in, getting adjusted to finances with a more expensive place, So I've been doing a lot of Lyft, but the AC in my car doesn't work.
Yeah.
So I've been doing Lyft with my windows down. And of course it's been really hot. And this past weekend was the wrap up of Fiesta. So fucking sure enough, I'm picking up people late at night downtown. It's all
good
hot
business
and muggy.
though?
Yeah, I made some good money. I was able to pay my rent, so
That's the
able to
best.
survive.
Yeah.
So it's picking up all these musty ass sucias and fucking just smells like cooter.
Yeah.
And then I'm sweaty and stinking up my car and I'm just and they're making their comments, can you turn the AC on, Way?
I wish.
I'm like, yeah, trust me, if there's anything I could do right now. If I have one wish, I can't even think of. I'm not even gonna try to parody it, so whatever. Lyft was really good. It was really popping. But yeah, Fiesta. I saw you enjoyed some Fiesta activities.
Okay, so I'll give my little thing on Fiesta. So I've never done Fiesta before, and
it's the worst, right?
so
expensive.
we went to Taste in New Orleans, and it was really dope. Like the music was really cool. They went from jazz to hip hop a lot throughout the thing. There's so many food vendors. That's what I meant. Vendors, food vendors. You can get there was oysters and shrimp and jambalaya and whatever. It was awesome. And I've been in New Orleans and I hated it at the time. And I was it's funny.
I saw your post.
We were bitching like, how does San Antonio do New Orleans better than New Orleans? Yeah, I gotta go back. But anyway, so I had a good time at Taste of New Orleans, and then we went to Oyster Bake, and it was double the price for the tickets, double the price for the food, double the price for the drinks. The music sucked. The line was 10 times as long to get there was only one place to buy alcohol. You had to wait.
People only go to Fiesta just to say they went to Fiesta.
Okay,
that's all it is.
Right. And I've
Fiesta
always
is.
known that. That's why I never went.
Mm-hmm.
And I tried it out this semester. I tried it out this time just because. I think I would go back to Taste of New Orleans. It was fun. That was fun. Just walking around. It wasn't. I hate waiting in lines. I hate crowds. There wasn't a crowd. It wasn't a line. It was cool. Oyster Bake. Oyster Bake was super yuppie. It was a thing too. Like it was St. Mary's, I guess. So like it was just super yuppie. I just didn't like it. And I imagine a lot of them were like that. King Williams,
Yeah, it's very unnecessary.
And then and then they say like the ones that are not you don't have to pay for. They're like super ghetto because like everybody's there shows up.
Exactly.
So I probably won't do a lot. But yeah, I enjoyed Taste of New Orleans. I need to go back to New Orleans. Someone told me it was kind of like New York. Because they were so rude. That was my thing. Is like it was so the people were so. They were just so mean.
It like in New Orleans. Both times I've been in New Orleans, and every time my family's gone, sweetest people. Not a rude experience. Food's always been perfect. Like I just.
No, I did enjoy the food. I did enjoy the food. It was very good, but the service was just very. And someone told me that they're very much like New York, where they're just kind of like it's just blatant, kind of like. Everything
is fast paced because a lot of stuff is busy. So it's like, like what do you want? Like,
right.
Like so, like what can I get you, sweetie?
I just
what
never.
Can I get you, darling?
Well, see, no, there was no pet names. I'll never forget going to the IHOP fucking hostess and saying, "Can I get some plasticware to go?" And she looked at me, and then turned to she was the hostess, looked at me, acknowledged me, knew that I just said this, and then looked at the family that was sitting there and goes. Right this way, and then walked their fucking ass to the table, and I sat there like, oh my god, she knew I just asked for something and just didn't say anything, just went about her business, came back and was like, what'd you need? And I was like, plasticware? Like, I just a couple plasticware. I felt really like upset about it though, like, what the fuck? You could have just given it to me right now, like, anyways, so that's that. So, New Orleans, I'm gonna give it another try. Okay, hip-hop. I did want to talk about this a little bit. So, hip-hop. I've always been more of a rocker.
Right.
I've always been more into rock, not as much as like metal, but I've always been more into the alternative, not the mainstream bullshit.
Right.
All through high school, all through my beginning of college. Lately, I've been really into hip-hop.
Clearly, from your Instagram.
Yeah. Specifically, kind of like what quote-unquote trap, I guess, is what they would say with the drum, that snare kind of thing.
Right.
So hip hop. So here's what I'm gonna talk about. I still love the greats though, like Eminem. I would say is a great.
Yeah, no, he's a goat. He's a legend.
J. Cole.
He's up there.
Okay, yeah. I'm going blank, but okay. So my point, I'm thinking about them because they have these records right now. Like Eminem has, Kill Shot, Venom. J. Cole has 1985 and Middle Child that are kind of alluding to the new rap and how things are changing. And I've heard a lot of backlash about like they don't get it. People hate on the new rap. Here's my thing though, they're different things to me. Here's my thing about hip hop. They're kind of divided right now, but I don't think they should be because they're the same thing. Things are evolving. So like trap, like Trippie Redd, fucking Juice WRLD.
Juice WRLD's okay. Trippie Redd I can't get into.
I like a few of his songs. Like I hate Topanga, and that fucking bugs me. Every time that comes on, I'm like, shut the fuck up. But he has like one that like Can't Love or something that I like that, or like How You Feel, whatever. I like them, and I also want to say that I think I'm recognizing like Eminem, J. Cole, those music. They also in their music, they are kind of dissing the new rap, but they're also kind of just alluding to the change.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see that?
Yeah. So with the modern rap, there's not a lot of modern day rappers that I like. Post Malone.
I love Post Malone.
I love him. I wouldn't call him a rapper just because I think he's really commercialized and kind of poppy. I think he's like pop hip hop.
I love pop hip hop.
Yeah, so it's like, so I wouldn't call him a rapper, but I love Post Malone. His music is so good.
Yeah.
Childish Gambino kind of went more from rap to actual R&B, which still, I mean, I still fucks with Childish Gambino like Rowdy. Denzel Curry is a very strong rapper of like this modern age. Migos, they've been around for a long time.
Okay, Migos, that's up for debate because they're taxed with the aspect of fucking that cadence of like yeah, which is dope. I get it hypes me up. Like,
so, but I consider them like a new artist.
Yeah.
But they've been around for a minute. Like they've been around since I was in high school.
Yeah.
So it's like, but I consider them like new rap. But like guys like Tekashi 6ix9ine, Trippie Redd, Little Uzi Vert, you know, all those types of guys. Little Pump.
But they have Little Pump. I fuck with.
Oh, see, I can't do it.
Little
it's
Pump,
so
Little
annoying.
Xan, and Little Skies.
You like Lil Xan?
I like a few of his songs.
Oh,
I like his hits.
man.
I like his hits.
He's a fucking mouth breather.
So, he's like emo rap.
God, so
Yeah, okay. I mean, like this. What is his album called? The Xanarchy or something?
I don't know.
I don't like fuck with that whole album, but there are a few like. There's the one he talks. I think it's Lil Xan talking about Little Peep or the one that died. I think it's Little Peep.
Little Peep died. XXX Tension, whatever he died.
Yeah. So XXX I like his shit too.
Got my heart.
Well, like the Lil Wayne song "Don't Cry" with his.
I refuse to listen to that song.
It's a good song.
I
like that
refuse to
song.
listen to it. Just
Okay,
because
so
he's
my
on it.
thing. So here's the thing on hip hop is that I think it is changing.
It is. It's
And
definitely changing.
And it's just like the thing about like an artist and like the person that's on top and the most creative person has changed because it used to be the rock star. It used to be the guitar. There was the guy, the front man up there with the guitar, singing lead. That was it.
Mm-hmm.
And nowadays it's not. I mean, rock is honestly kind of dead if you ask me.
Yeah, no, it's
right.
It's a dead form.
I told this to someone one time, a group one time, and I got fucking.
No, I'll
skinned on that bullshit, but honestly, it's pretty much out.
Being a metalhead and listening to rock music my whole life, I still, like, the bands that I love, anytime they put out new music, I'll listen to it. Yeah. There is a new band called Greta Van Fleet, who sounds like almost pitch perfect to fucking Led Zeppelin.
It's great, yeah.
Yeah, and, like, they're a new rock band, they got
but
nominated
their place
for some
in the
awards.
world.
Yeah, it's like, but they're not going to be... They're not going to go shoot to superstardom. Yeah. Like, they'll be big in the rock and metal community, but it's,
which is like, waning.
Exactly. But if you look at the 80s, heavy metal and rock music.
Well, that was it. Yeah, in the 80s, that was the superstar.
Exactly.
There was the hair metal, the tight, spandex and the hair,
Right. So today's modern age, it's the rapper.
So that's my thing.
Artist.
So here's my thing is the person that, not you, but like the person or the artist, and that's why J. Cole, Eminem, they still don't, even if you listen to those raps that are kind of diss records, but not really, because they even acknowledge, they're like, J. Cole was like, I still like to see a black man get paid, or like, and you're having a good time, so I recognize that, or whatever. It's like, even they're recognizing. It's like, the person now that doesn't recognize this new hip hop coming up, I mean, they're starting to be relevant. Like,
Joe Budden.
That's a thing. What?
Joe Budden?
Yeah.
He hates this modern rap so much, and it's just like, dude, grow up.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Get with the times, old man.
Things are,
features now.
I don't know. So that's
it's like that's my thing. I don't like it, but I'm not going to say like they're doing it wrong or nothing like that.
My thing too is I call them bops. To me, like they're just bops. Like
they're bops.
They're bops.
It's
like,
a banger, bro.
It's a banger. Honestly, though, like, because you can. I've listened to a lot of those songs where I'm just like, this doesn't make any goddamn sense. But I'm hyped. Like I feel like I'm like I enjoy it. Like,
I feel this shit,
Yeah,
man.
like I'm still getting it, even though I don't get it.
I don't know. Yeah, it's like when I listen to it, the beats. I don't like the beats. I don't like the lyrics.
Really?
I'm just
Because
like,
the beats to me are like, because it's actually I'll fuck with the beat first, and then after I listen to it for so long, and I'm like, oh god, this song's actually pretty stupid. That's when I'll throw it away. But
It's like
if the beat's
yeah.
pretty good and then the lyrics go at least a little bit, I'm cool with it.
Nah, I can't. I'm not like Baby Bash. If the beat's all right, I still won't dance all night. I still won't do it. But I don't know.
Yeah,
man.
that was our last thing. So it's been an hour and a half. It's a good episode.
Yeah,
This is
it's
great.
like it's been 50 days. It's like yeah, definitely. Just the only thing that sucks is just I live so far away now, and I
Yeah.
think that's another thing too that's been like when I'm home and ready for bed, I'm just like I want to record, but fuck, like it's a drive.
If you want, so it's like I said with the Game of Thrones, excuse me.
Yeah, take your time.
Yeah, Game of Thrones thing. We can go back and forth.
Yeah, it's like
You
yeah,
can
definitely.
invite me over, motherfucker.
Right. No, yeah, we've been so we're thinking about doing something for I've talked about the Bullet Club. They created their own wrestling promotion called AEW. Their first pay-per-view event is Saturday, May 25th. We may actually do something at the apartment, have a little viewing party. I know you and
okay.
Mrs. Teach aren't the biggest wrestling fans, but it's like
Mrs. Teach won't come, but I will come.
right. It's like so yeah, so I mean it's going to be it's a historic pay-per-view. It's the first pay-per-view of a new promotion, you know, cuz WWE holds like the power of wrestling.
Right.
So it's like it's the first pay-per-view. Chris Jericho's fucking fighting. Do you remember
Oh shit!
Yeah, he
I
signed
remember
with this
Chris
company.
Jericho.
Do you
yeah.
remember Goldust?
Yes.
He's fighting at this fucking thing.
Is he all in drag and shit? Like,
He's going. Well, he's not being drag, but he's going to be in a new face paint. He's a different character now.
Okay.
So it's like it's going to be crazy. So yeah, so we'll definitely have that.
I always just pick Goldust or Blue Meanie for my
Blue Meanie?
for WCW. My
BWO.
that Nintendo 64 game. I swear.
Fucking so yeah, so definitely.
Maybe I am gay.
Right, Goldust
I
influenced
just
you.
don't know. Yeah.
Fucking but yeah, no, definitely. We're going to probably be doing a lot of stuff this summer because we have such a beautiful pool. There's a bunch of grills at our
Right.
apartment complex,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it's very nice.
Invite homie over, damn.
Yeah, dude, I got you. So.
All right.
But appreciate y'all's patience on this. Keep supporting Buzzsprout, Apple,
yeah.
iTunes, and all that good shit.
Also, shout out to Can't Stop, Won't Stop. If you haven't heard it, it's a dope ass podcast for
Thank you.
everything
Sports related.
sports related.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you want to get your fix on the playoffs, NFL,
Yes,
the
the
draft,
highlights. Yeah.
and go that
It's really
route.
good. You should listen to it.
Thank you, Teach. I appreciate it. But other than that, as always, I am David Clare.
And I'm the teacher. Bitch, you guessed it!
No, don't do it. No, 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 I'm a virgin. No, 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 I'm a virgin. No, 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 I'm a virgin. No, 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 no.